Y'all, where we know how to make our own alcohol. We say y'all, with a NASCAR race and a case of Pall Mall. Y'all, where the dogs got the red clay all up in their paws. Y'all, we say y'all.
We from the other side, another type of southern rise, bound to the summertime, y'all. Oversized and televised, difficult to summarize. Ain't nothing about this kid here is small, y'all. Coming through with the draw, y'all. Chattahoochee with the cutie in a chow, y'all. Booty scooty with the watermelon crawl, y'all. Super duty, super soaker, shooting chipper walls. Might be the liquor, y'all. Gives me a thicker y'all. It's the cause for the lifting out. Stuck in the sticks and lost. Hotter than a reaper sauce. Tripping on the leaves and fall. Easy when we're speaking. So here we say, y'all. Long cut. Long cut. Break it down, roll it, yes, blow. What is up, dog?
What's up, player?
Man, it's Friday, dog. We made it through the week.
Friday.
Oh, big stretch for the weekend coming up.
What's up, Kansas Rebel, man? What's up, Joe? What's up, TJ? Man, how y'all doing?
Guys, this is JT Adams and Brian Thomas. We are Long Cut, and we are live on YouTube and Facebook this beautiful Friday. I love Fridays. I feel like a huge sense of relief and anxiety kind of goes away on Fridays because I feel like Saturday and Sunday, you're allowed to like disappear. You're allowed to not like be held responsible for shit. You know what I mean? On Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mondays kind of stress me out because I just feel like there's a lot of expectations. But come Friday, it's like, I made it, dog.
Well, and the cool thing about Friday is usually Friday means new music.
Mm-hmm. And we just showed that little trailer of our new single and music video called Break It Down.
Mm-hmm. New.
Break it down.
Bro, how excited do you get when new music, when we drop new music, when we got new music coming? What's more exciting than that?
Man, I was actually just talking to Demon Jones today and telling him about like the sense of accomplishment and relief, and it's just a really good feeling. It's what we live for. Mm-hmm. It's almost as good as like when you write a new song. Both mm-hmm. those are kind of in the same wheelhouse. But when you release something, dude, that's like another notch in your belt, you know, another trophy on the wall. You know what I mean? Just it's a huge accomplishment. And doing it with you know, the producers that we've been working with, it's even like surreal sometimes that, you know, we put out a music video, it does 200-something thousand views on YouTube, and it all started off with just an idea.
Right.
You know, that's what we live for, is that whole journey. So I think it's a complete package that I can't get enough of, homie. It's what I live for, dog.
I'm with that. Yeah, there's something special about it, dude. It's like I guess for me, like the coolest parts of what we do is number one, always probably going to be the stage. But then also the creation, right? So creating something and once you put it down and listening back and you're like, man, that's a hit. You know, this thing is dope. That is up there for sure. And then obviously, you know, releasing a new song or releasing a dope new music video, it's just special, dude. And so I always get excited. Even, you know, sometimes we put out a song that, you know, maybe you're more excited about than I'm excited about, or maybe I'm more excited than you're excited. You know, you never know, because in a duo like this, you know, there's times where I might like a song more than you like the song, or you mm-hmm. like the song more than I like the song. But I get excited when you're excited. You know, if we release a song that, even if it's not a song that I think is the dopest, right. And I feel like everything we do is dope, but even if it's not one of the ones I would have picked, if you're super excited about it, then I get super excited about it. And anytime that we put out something new, I feel like regardless of what it is, I get that level of excitement. Like, man, I wonder what the people are going to have to say about this, because you're vulnerable. You know, you're putting yourself in
Right.
a vulnerable situation. You've taken the time to take thoughts, right? And you've taken the thoughts and you've put them into words, and then you've arranged these words together into a phrase, and then you've taken those phrases and combined them in a fashion that creates a sentence and into a stanza, and then you put it to music, and what was initially just a thought or an idea is now something that thousands or millions of people around the world are being entertained by and falling in love with, and that's pretty special.
It's crazy, dude.
Tell Scott to eat shit, because my Oakleys are fly.
What's going on, team? We got a couple comments rolling up in here on this Friday. So if you're here checking us out live, we have a great show in store for y'all. So make sure that you share this feed up, invite a friend, spend this Friday evening with us for a little bit, kind of going through the new single. We're going to talk about some really funny things that Brian and I both enjoy getting on YouTube and watching. We decided we're like, let's talk about it. Some of the things that we watch on YouTube that are just mind blowing. So we're gonna go through a couple things that we want to share with y'all. So share up the feed. Let everybody know on your friends list that Long Cut is live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube. And dude, I was sitting here just kind of thinking while you were talking, and the way that not the way, because you really don't know the way. It's just a story. The story of each song, the story behind our development. Everything has a story, and even this song, Break It Down, has a story. And it's working with a really good friend of ours. He's out of Michigan, out of there. What little town is that called? White Pigeon.
White Pigeon, yeah.
White Pigeon, Michigan, and he goes by the name Clean. So you guys can get over to Instagram and check him out at official.mr.clean on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And he also streams on a couple more streams, and he's doing some big things on that aspect. So I think this is his first time maybe collabing with somebody, shooting a music video. So super excited for him, excited for us to get this out and about for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know he's super pumped. I'm super pumped. I had fun shooting the music video, man, because it was at first it was a little bit stressful because we went to the wrong location. You remember that?
Yeah. Well, there's like 5 different Scouts barbershops in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we started off at the wrong one, and then we finally ended up at the right place, and they were
And we wound up at the dopest one. The one we went to was definitely like the dopest.
Yeah, and they were so cool, man. They just let us kind of take over and do our thing and have the place to ourselves, and
they served us beer.
They served us beer, and they let me get behind the counter and just kind of we did our thing, and it was super dope, man. I really shout out to Scouts Barbershop in Nashville, dude. They were A1.
Yeah, and we squeezed it in, like you said, man. Like it was real hectic. It was stressful. It was busy. We were trying to shoot music videos, learn new equipment, and we also had a friend with us that was talking about like music stream algorithms, and that's always a fucking headache. And so for us to be able to knock 3 music videos out that weekend was impressive. And I'm just happy we squeezed this one in. I remember when we were calling and we were Googling, I mean, it was like last minute, and they were like, yeah, we close at 9:00.
Right.
What time can you be here? And we just like, whatever time. And I think we rolled in at like 10:30 after they did their cleaning, because you got to remember, this was during COVID. For them to say, yeah, sure, you can come up in here and don't worry about a mask and here's some beer. Like this was prime time COVID when we shot this. I mean, Nashville was empty, dog.
It was during like the period where everybody was scared because nobody knew what was going on. It was like that first 90-day window of, no more flights from China and shit,
Bro, I was scared. There was like a bomb or like a shooting. Something happened crazy while we was down there, wasn't
there? No, it was a dude that like tried to kill his wife in a hotel lobby. That's what happened.
That was crazy. See how that story changed quick, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought there was like fire involved or something.
No, but there were fire trucks. Like
Mhm.
that's a weird thing to me. Like I understand why the
Or like cops and
I
ambulance.
I understand why the cops are there. I understand why the ambulance is there. Like,
Mhm.
but why is a fire truck there? If a dude's trying to kill his wife in a hotel lobby, why is there a fire truck? Just in case he decides to burn the place down or what?
Bro, I have no idea. That's a good question though. If you know the answer to Brian's question, why does the fire truck show up just for about damn near everything besides like a traffic stop? I never seen him at a traffic stop, but I swear, man, like if you're in a Walmart parking lot and get into it with a dude over like a shopping cart and there's a punch thrown, fire truck, ambulance, and
Yeah.
the cops, bro.
So that brings me to my next point. I've been wanting to ask you this all day. Can
Mhm.
a fire truck do a traffic stop if they want to? Like if a fire truck was like, this guy's definitely breaking the law, I'm gonna pull him over.
I think it boils down to an authority bracket. I don't think they're in the bracket of authority to be conducting traffic stops. I think you got to go through certain education to do that. You know, you just can't be a dude that rolls around putting out fires and then all of a sudden you want to multitask and pull someone over. I think though, if on the same note, if you pull people over and that's what you're licensed to do and there's a fire, I think that I mean, it's not equal opportunity in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no equal nothing. I mean, if there's a fire and you are licensed to pull people over, you got to be able to go put the fire out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what if
But
you're a cop and there's a fire? Like I better not see a cop with a fire extinguisher then.
that's what I'm saying, though. A cop needs to be obligated to put out a fire
So
and
then
conduct an arrest.
so then in theory, wouldn't a fireman be able to arrest you if you decided, let's say you were speeding, you were obviously speeding, and the fire truck sees you whiz by and he says, well, I got lights.
Mm-hmm.
And so he gets up on you and he just flips them bad boys on. And obviously, you got to pull over. There's a fire truck behind you, right? So you pull over and what are you going to do if you pull over and the fire truck just pulls up behind you and stops? You ain't going to drive away. You're going to be like, shit, I'm getting a ticket, right? Well, he gets out with an axe. And what's he going to do? Is he going to arrest you, write you a ticket, or he going to say, hey, don't move. You were speeding. I'm waiting for the cops.
In today's world, it wouldn't surprise me. In today's world, some of the shit that I've seen, it wouldn't surprise me if a fireman got out with an axe. But every time that I'm driving past a fire truck, I don't get the gut feeling like, you know, like when we're on the road, like we're on tour, and there's like a black Dodge Charger behind us for a few miles.
And you don't breathe for
yeah,
19
dog.
and a half minutes?
Yeah, a fire truck don't give me that type of feeling, man. Like a black Dodge Charger though, bro. At like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, no, fuck that. Like at 1 a.m., bro, we're just looking guilty, cruising around in this minivan with Colorado plates and the windows down and our boots hanging out. But if that was a fire truck, I keep my boot out.
You know what I dislike in life?
Hmm.
Regular humans that drive black Chargers or black Explorers or like white Impalas. Like if you are that person where I don't care what color it is. If you drive a Charger that's any color but orange or red, you're a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And
I almost want to slap you in the head.
and they knew what they were doing when they bought the car. I mean,
They're assholes.
They definitely walked up to it and they're like, "Dang, dog, this looks like a cop car. I bet we can scare the fuck out of people." I mean, maybe that's not their number one reason for buying a car, but I definitely think it was in like the top 6 reasons that they got the car.
Do you think if you own like a black Charger or a black Explorer, you get pulled over less often? Because maybe the cops see you go by and they think, oh, that's just an unmarked cop.
It's kind of like maybe like it's a Jeep thing. You know how like when other people driving Jeeps, see other people driving Jeeps, they wave at each other. It's kind of like one of them things. Like, hey, they got a black SUV, I got a black SUV. Like,
Nobody in a Jeep is gonna pull over another dude in a Jeep unless it's because they're going camping. If he's like, hey, dude, Sweet Jeep. I'm about to go rock crawling. Come with me.
I think it's hilarious when like a guy who's on like a touring motorcycle, not like a Harley or anything badass, but he's on like I don't know what they're called. I mean, like a Nissan motorcycle or something. You know what I mean? And
Like a
and
Honda
they're
Rebel.
yeah, dude. And like you got the guy on the Harley and the guy on the Honda Rebel that are passing each other, and one dude looks cool and the other guy just looks like a dweeb. And the one dude waves at the guy on the Harley, and the guy on the Harley never waves back. I think that's. Have you ever seen that, dude?
Yeah,
That
well,
shit happens,
dude,
and
they always wave
he's
back to me.
embarrassed.
They
Well, because
always wave to me.
you're the guy on the Harley, right? So you're past
Mm-hmm.
another guy on the Harley.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a minute when that happens, there had to be an average of maybe like 3 or 4 people on the highway at that moment that witnessed what happened. And there's a moment of him like being embarrassed.
Yeah,
Have you ever
he feels like a bitch.
have you ever been embarrassed, but you were like by yourself
Yeah,
thinking
many
about
times.
something?
Dude, let me tell you something. I still to this day, there's things that happened in my childhood where I thought I was funny. I was in first grade and I thought I was funny. And I said some shit to some kids and they didn't laugh. And when you're in first grade and you say some witty shit to some other first graders and they don't laugh, you wake up in the middle of the night at 33 and you get sick to your stomach. Like, why the fuck did I say that? I'm an idiot. No, those kids, they probably never liked me all through school. They probably never liked me because of that one dumb comment. You know
Dude,
what I'm saying?
I've said some stupid shit too. Oh man, I
But
still say
listen,
I still say dumbass shit.
all the time. That's just the weed talking.
Man, I think the weed
You
keeps
know
me
what's
from
funny?
like not saying dumbass shit.
Yeah, you get almost like metaphysical, quantum physical, like next level when you smoke, dude. Your IQ goes up 376 points when you hit a joint.
Mm. It's the goodness of the gods, man. I mean, you got to think about it. When they created Adam and Eve, marijuana was already here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why snakes smoke joints. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on that note, Johnny Trent said they think they are top flight security. You know
Of the
what
world, Craig.
you know what comes to my mind when I hear top flight?
I
Tell
can
him.
think of a couple things, man, but
Tell him.
I would probably have to right off the bat guess that you're thinking about my first stage name.
Okay, let's pretend like your name is Top Flight for one moment. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time 20 years to when JT's rap career started as Top Flight. And then we're going to tell the story of Top Flight. I want you to put yourself in the shoes that is JT Adams when he is Top Flight.
What's up, man? What's up?
I want you to spit some bars, some Top Flight bars. Give
So
us some.
I come in on back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, I was looking at like some of these old CDs and songs, and it's cringy, but back then I thought I was dope, bro. And I had a rap name named Top Flight.
How'd you get the name though?
Man. So I was sitting here thinking about one of them songs right now, and I remember that I used this line like all the time, and I said, and I wasn't like a gangster, bro. In my heart though, I was thugging, but in like my mom drove me to like the rap battles, but I had this one line that said, respected what you need on my block. Drug money, girls, what you need, well, I got. Pulled up on the spot, gear looking hot. Done scared a cop with a Glock that ain't cocked. And I got on these stages, bro, and I spit bars like that at like 15. Well, the first time that I got, I was 15 years old, and my mom could sign a consent form for me to enter these Monday night battles. And so I was showing up for many weeks before I turned 15, and I would just work in the parking lot selling CDs. Big shout out to Dow Jones, the industry. That was a dude that took me underneath his wing and said, bang out these CDs, and I'll give you $1 or $2 for every CD that you sell in the parking lot out of my backpack. And so finally I was old enough. I got to go into the venue, and I entered the rap battle, and I went down to the paper to write my name on the paper, your stage name, and I just wrote JT. Well, like the DJ bouncer guy, he's looking at the paper and he said, "Who's JT?" And I was like, "That's me." And he's like, "Man, you need a stage name." Everybody else's name on there was like, Young, Zipperhead, all sorts of stuff. And he said, I had a shaved head at the time. And he put his hand on my head and he goes, "You got a little white, small, round golf ball shaped head. We're going to call you Top Flight." And so my first time getting on stage with an intro was under the name Top Flight. And I'd sit there and rap it. And then I was hooked on "It's Your Boy T.O.P. F.L.I.T.E." I always went to that one, dog. And so that's like the beginning of a lot of things, because in that venue was like the first time I took a shot of vodka. I think it might have been tequila. I know it was clear and it wasn't water. And it was from an older from an older lady. And my mom was over by like the door. She didn't come in. She like stayed by the door, and I got off that stage and my homeboy Dylan Darnell was there. He goes by Dylan Chase. Grew up with him, and we both went to the bar, and this older lady like gave me a shot of tequila, and I took it, and it was like, and I think she French kissed me.
Oof.
I was 15.
North
Mhm.
Dallas. North Dallas.
Welcome to hip hop.
Yeah. Was that North Dallas in the 90s?
Yeah, man. This was like shit 99, 90, you know what I'm saying? 2000, 99.
North Dallas in the 90s, you could be 15 years old, walk into a bar, get drunk, and French kiss an old lady.
Back in the
Ain't no
day, man,
shame.
we didn't even have seatbelts. I mean, I remember if there was like this unwritten law amongst my people, like my family, bro, like my grandpa, they would say, "Hey, if it's a 1-ton, you don't got to wear your seatbelt." State law in Texas. That was like a saying, dude. It was like on everywhere.
Same thing in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and so it's just one of them things where if you're like Darla and I were just talking about going to do something. I forgot what it was, but we're gonna like hang out with adults, and she was talking about, is it kid friendly? And I was like, well, yeah. And she's like, well, it's like a bar. I was like, yeah, but she's with us. It ain't like she's there by herself. And I remember it used to be like that. Like if you were 13, 14 years old or however old, you could go to the bar with your mom and she could order you a beer. As long as you're drinking it, maybe not, you know what I'm saying, but you could at least participate in the hangout of the bar because your parents were there. It ain't like that no more. I mean, shit.
Small towns are different too. There's still places out there like that, in rural America.
Well, that was my like start, but I know that you have a similar start. Don't act like, oh, what happened here?
Am I froze up?
Yeah, we're both froze up.
I see it.
I'm froze up.
I'm froze up too. Welcome to the live stream. It'll come around. What's up, James? What's up, Dean? Jay, Eric? What's up, Johnny? I don't know if anybody can hear anything about what I'm saying, but if you can, what's up, guys?
Yeah, I think we're good now, man. Just had like a weird little glitch. But I know that you started off with a rap group too, dog. I remember you telling me a story on the road, and you were like in middle school with a hip hop group. Because I was telling you about like one of the first bands I started, and you were like, believe it or not, bro, I was in a hip hop band.
Yeah, it wasn't really like a hip hop band per se. It was just a couple of dudes who was writing rhymes to some internet beats. It's basically what all the pros do,
Yeah,
couple of guys writing rhymes to some internet beats, just like Post Malone and Machine Gun Kelly and Long Cut.
ain't nothing wrong with them internet beats.
Yeah, bro. But you know how I started? It wasn't because I wanted to be a musician, to be honest. I didn't even want to be a rapper. I didn't care nothing about it. I liked a girl, and I wrote this cute little poem for her, but I was way like sketched out about reading it. But I noticed I could rap it. And so I rapped it. And me and my buddy Brett, dude, We sat down, we wrote some raps, and the funniest thing, bro, we wrote these raps, and we at first we're like, what are we gonna call ourselves? We gonna be White Phoenix. And then
White Phoenix,
yeah, bro.
like the bird.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be White Phoenix, and we're gonna be a rap group. And he's brown, but yeah, you know, I wanted to be I wanted my part of the group to be white, and he wanted his part to be Phoenix. So together we were White Phoenix. Well, then uh we start, you know, writing some shit here and there, rapping, whatever, just little fucking dumb shit. Well, Brett would take and he'd get Dre beats off the internet, and we'd rap to him and post them up on MySpace and shit. Well, we're sitting there hanging out in my grandma and grandpa's office one day, and we get a phone call. I'm like, who the hell's got my number? I had a cell phone for like 3 months. I was like, how does somebody have my cell phone number? Well, I get the call, and it's like some lady, and she's talking about how her name's Katrina from Interscope Records, and Dr. Dre heard one of the remixes that we put out to one of his beats on MySpace, and he wanted to fly us out to LA to sit down and talk about signing a record deal. And dude, you never seen a couple of 15-year-old kids, 14-year-old kids shit their pants so hard. Dude, we're screaming, we're freaking out. We're like, we're gonna be rich, we're gonna be so famous. Dr. Dre loves us. White Phoenix is the next biggest hit. Losing our mind, dude. All of a sudden, you roar laughter. This laughter like somebody's about to explode coming from the living room. I come walking out. My cousin Melody is rolling in the floor, laughing, bro. She prank called us and pretended to be an executive from Interscope. That was the end of my
Man, I bet y'all
rap career.
I bet y'all was already picking out your car.
Oh my god,
That's
dude.
funny. That's a good one. If you want to fuck with a musician, give them a positive phone call and let them know something great just happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh god, that's funny. Yeah, and she's got no mercy, bro. She'll,
None.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Savage. So savage. So I didn't really mess with music for quite a while after that, for about another 3 years, and then the same dude brought me over a guitar one day, and I started plucking around on it, and 6 months later I was getting paid to sing country songs. Did that for a while, and now here we are.
How many songs do you think that you've, I guess not say written, because like that's almost like an unknown number, but like released now in your entire career? You know, like over 100?
No, I wouldn't think so. You know, the problem was with me is all the songs I wrote, I would never put them out because I never thought they were good enough, you know, so I wouldn't put them out, and they'd just sit around. Eventually I forget them.
See, you are picky. You're a real picky artist, but like you're picky in different ways. Like you're like, if I hear something, I guess like you prioritize your pickiness. If you hear something that you know is an easy fix, you really don't like talk about it too much. I remember that one time we sat in the studio going through like one note that we needed to find for one chord.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we spent hours, and honestly, bro, I'll be honest with you. You were like, you hear the difference? And I was like, yeah, bro. I was just riding with you. I was just like, I couldn't hear no difference, but you could. And I rode with you, but man, to me, that's, you know, I couldn't hear what you were hearing.
That
you
was
definitely
on
got it.
Road.
And well, then you've done it a couple times, because I remember working with Soul Sessions up in Greeley. This was back in the day when I was sleeping on your couch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, dude. I think about those times. Like we slept in the couch, we slept in the trucks, we slept in the back of just about anything we could lay flat on. And when the wintertime,
or sit up and stay warm.
Yeah, we set up in that Ford, because we had all of our shit back there, like sound, clothes, guitars, tools, everything that was in the back of this truck, and you couldn't even lean the seat back. I remember that. Like shit was coming over the top. Even my truck was like that.
Right.
That's some good songs we wrote back then, and I think that the feeling of where we are today when it comes to our quality is because we have the ear that you have when it comes to like a lot of this shit, because dude, a lot of this shit sounds so dope to me, and then you're like, now listen to it. I'm like, okay, I hear the difference a little bit, but it's still so dope. But you've been a musician, but you're a real musician though. You played a guitar, because you started off doing country or rock or whatever as a lead guitar guy in a band.
Yeah, I was playing guitar for a bit, and then just by chance kind of ended up being the singer, and that didn't last long. Then I kind of just started doing my own thing and kind of switched from the kind of harder melodic hard rock to more like smooth rock, and then into country, and it's been country and country hip hop ever since, man.
Can't go back. Well, man, we were conversating a little bit today, and you were like, hey dog, you need to check out some of these videos, and maybe we can bring them up tonight. And they had me laughing my ass off, but at the same time, this is where I start just kind of thinking like these people have to be getting paid as actors. There's no way that people like really exist like this. Some of the stuff that we're gonna show you guys,
they're not acting, bro. They're not acting. This is the degeneration of a nation, dog. It's heinous and disgusting and hilarious.
Sometimes that's a really good combo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I bet if you put that like that into Google and that combination, you get a wide range of entertaining shit to watch. But this is definitely entertaining, but at the same time, it's just dumbfounding. And so this is Ben Shapiro reacting to TikTok videos. I mean, this is stuff that's on TikTok. People are taking the time out of their day to dress up and do some crazy things. So let's go and pop this in here, man, and we're gonna chit chat about it.
They're making me do it again. My producers have brought forth the crazies of TikTok, a place that is the home of apparently an enormous amount of mental anguish, discontent. It's good times all the time on TikTok, so let the torture begin.
I'm Cody, pronouns em, ers, or zem, zers, or really any neo-pronouns that aren't ze, her, hers. I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, unitarian.
I know what obsessive-compulsive is.
Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
She just let everybody know what's going on. Look at Ben's face.
What is a gray demi-bisexual?
Who gives a fuck if you own cats? I don't own cats, but I have cats in my life. And I don't feel like when I meet somebody, that's the last thing that I'm really telling them is like, I'm a cat owner.
Can somebody Google gray demi-bisexual and tell me what that means?
I'll see if I can dive into it here. You got to say it one more time for me.
Gray, Grey, demi, Demi, bisexual. Gray demi-bisexual is what she said.
Let's see. It's almost like it's in the dark web, man. It's like it's not even like when I typed it in, it didn't just pop up. This is something that people really don't Google a whole lot, and it doesn't. Okay, what is gray demi? Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what it says here. Somebody's asking it because they feel confused. So confused people,
make shit up,
and it's a combination of heterosexual and homosexual. I guess it's just a fancy term for going both ways.
So
I don't know.
You gray demi-bisexual just means you.
Why they gotta put color? Why they gotta put color into it? Is gray even like a color?
No.
Okay, gray's more of like a tone.
No, I would say it's more like a town or a name.
Just a random, just a word.
Definitely not a color.
Gray demi is basically a combination of boobs, and a penis. Would you say that's accurate?
So basically, if you're a gray demi-bisexual, you're a hermaphrodite.
Well, you're a hermaphrodite that likes women and men.
So you're a straight homosexual hermaphrodite.
You're a gray demi.
That actually probably makes more sense than anything that I got going on in my head.
Well, I mean, I'm the one that got Google right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically, and the thing is that they're not even putting it into words. They're just showing shapes and arrows, kind of like a diagram. And I don't know. I mean, you gotta understand.
You're over there reading cliff paintings and shit.
Yeah, this is fucking like
hieroglyphics
for the slow, bro. For the slow.
Oh,
and I remember being in some of the slow classes growing up, but like, man, we used words still. You know what I'm saying? We still wrote shit in English.
Did you do any finger painting?
That's what this stuff is like. It's almost like a really professional finger painting.
You know what? That nothing could describe that lady more, I think, or more accurately than professional finger painter. That's probably her fucking job, professional finger painter.
And so that's how she identifies. So like,
it's not she, it's Zize Zer. We gotta get that right. It's
so that's
Zize
how.
So that's how Z. That's how Z.
That's how that. Can you say that person?
I don't know, because what if that person ain't a person? What if they're a Z or Zay or Zer?
So that human,
that's Zer.
That's Zer. She was. I mean, that's how like Ben was looking at her, saying, "This is how you introduce yourself." I mean, I think this is what he's. Look at the look on his face, bro.
Yeah, dude, he wants to cut his balls off.
So look, if you had to put a couple things behind this look, besides the Zinzer zippity doo,
that's a face of like anticipation of agony. Like he's looking like, holy shit, I'm about to experience extreme pain.
It's almost like yeah, for sure, pain. I see pain, but like his lips, the way they're curled, disgust. Just
confusion, sadness.
Yeah. Like he just found out that like his I ain't gonna put that energy out there, but some, you know what I'm saying, he looks terrified.
Like there was human poop in his oatmeal this morning.
Bro, with sugar on it.
With sugar. Sugar shit oatmeal.
Bro, I've been eating a lot of oatmeal lately. Like I found it
shit oatmeal.
Not sugar shit oatmeal. No, this is like bananas and peaches. Let's continue on.
All right.
Shall we?
Let's go.
What do you think is the number one contributing factor to global warming? Agriculture? The fashion industry? Something else? I'll tell.
What is she doing, Brian?
She looks like she's having a really good orgasm.
So,
tell you a secret. It's the U.S. military. The U.S. military is the world's largest consumer of oil.
You know what she's doing? You know what she's doing?
What is she doing?
She just did crystal meth. Because if you've ever seen somebody standing on a street corner who just did crystal meth, this is how they stand still.
Right.
This is how they just chill in an open air environment. This is what they do. She's doing crystal meth speedballs, probably banging it between her toes. Okay, carry on.
It's identical to that. Dude, those people freak me out so much because those just start like cussing and screaming and doing, moves in the air right outside of an Applebee's at the corner of Applebee's and 5th Street. And it's weird as fuck. And it's drugs. That's what she's on.
Yeah.
World's biggest polluter. Our armed forces create 750,000 tons of toxic waste every year. Depleted uranium, jet fuel, pesticides, lead, and other chemicals too. Do you think it's a coincidence that the military emissions are often overlooked by climate studies? The Kyoto Protocol.
That's a good conspiracy, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a good conspiracy. Like if somebody of some type of value mentioned that same idea in a different presentation, like if she wasn't dancing around like that and wasn't all cracked out, let's say that Bravo, what's Johnny Bravo, right? Is that his name? What's his name on
Bravo Gator,
no, on Joe Rogan, his best friend with all the conspiracies.
Jordan Peterson,
No, the Hispanic guy that
Theo Vaughn,
well,
Bobby
one of
Lee.
these guys. No, not Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's Asian. Is Bobby Lee Asian? Because I was
Yeah,
I
he's Vietnamese, Chinese. He's Chinese.
Chinese.
He's a China.
I think this guy is his name's Johnny Bravo. I think is his
No,
name.
no.
What's his name?
Rico Bravo.
Bro, I'm about as confused as a light bulb without a switch, bro.
Dog, I'm confused as an alligator with no teeth.
Man, I'm as confused as like a rain cloud on a sunny day.
And Shapiro without a yarmulke.
Damn.
That's why. There are actually very few things we can do that are as environmentally catastrophic as war. I think we all can see the irony that we fight these wars in order to get oil. But if we didn't fight these wars, we wouldn't need the oil. Not as much.
Strange, dude. Eddie Bravo. That's his name.
Eddie.
His name's Eddie Bravo. And dude, his conspiracies are off the wall. So I could hear him saying something about, conspiracies with the government and oil. But I from my understanding, we were over there fighting these wars and not even fucking with the oil.
Yeah, we left all the oil there. So that don't make no sense.
Like that's like literally saying like you gonna get mad at somebody you ain't ever even met.
Bro, that's like saying I'm gonna rob a bank for the pins.
The pins, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I just want the teller drawers. You can keep the money. Just give me the
And
drawers.
you put on an entire show like that. I mean, that was some crazy, like real hippie cracked out dancing. It definitely like a meth addict, meth addict on a street corner.
If you took a Amish chick and gave her a shot of crystal meth and said, "Go churn butter," that's what you get.
Mm-hmm. Every time. What do you think look, here's the thing, I guess, is that woman's life has been challenging the entire time. And I don't feel any pity or empathy at all. I'm just stating a fact that like every day for her has to be a fucking challenge. Yeah. A challenge to stay consistent, like to keep on living this way.
Right.
Of whatever it is. I mean, you got to think, bro, that has to be miserable.
And she's got to have bad knees.
And she ugly. If you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be ugly, you got to know how to twerk it. Mm-hmm. You can't be ugly and have some awkward ass, looking like you need to be in the woods dancing to some drum beats or something weird. Like you need some moccasins on your feet. It reminded me of like early Indian dances.
Yeah, she needs to be wearing like a lambskin stitched leather face mask.
It's just early dancing, like back before like rhythm was around. Like before white people even. Like that's worse than white. That's worse than white people.
There's probably always been rhythm because black people came first, right? Like the chicken or the egg. You can't. They don't really know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but they're pretty sure that black people came first.
Well, see, like in my historical timeline, it's pretty simple. Like the Indians, the white man, and then there was a whole bunch of confusion. You know what I'm saying? But like, you always got Pocahontas and the white man. You got the Indian and the white man, cowboy and the Indian. You know what I mean? So like,
isn't an Indian just a mix between a Chinese guy and a Mexican?
I don't know, man. Wasn't there like some there were some Asian cultures that were in America, weren't they? Like up north or something like
Well,
that?
there's a land bridge. There's a land bridge from like Russia to Alaska, and then there's Mexicans down here. And what I assume happened just because like the law of gravity, right? Like everything meets in the middle, like a yin yang. So like the Spaniards came over to Mexico, and the Mexicans came up, and the Chinese came across through Russia into Alaska, became Eskimos, and the Chinese came down. And as gravity's pulling everything to the center of the United States, the Mexicans and the Chinese meet in the middle, and poof, Native Americans are born. Makes sense to me.
I think that's also what happened in that was Eskimos were invented.
Yeah, Eskimos are just Chinese Americans, right?
Yeah, but they're like samurai Chinese,
So
like Japanese. So that maybe that's the answer. Maybe you had Chinese and Indians, or Chinese and Mexicans were Indians, and then like Japanese and Mexicans.
Well, I would say
Eskimos.
No, that would be Japanese and Canadians would be Eskimos.
Well, I definitely don't know. And listen, guys, anything that you're hearing from us is definitely facts, and it can be fact checked at longcutofficial.com. Let's continue on, man. This next guy is fucking nuts.
Okay,
Actually, is a girl.
Okay, here we go.
How
Here's a
can you
portion.
tell the difference?
Life doesn't begin at conception. When does it begin?
It doesn't matter, Brandon. It's never mattered. At no point ever has it mattered whether it's just a clump of cells or a fully fledged person already accepted to Harvard University. It has never, ever mattered when life begins. The point is that a person cannot use another person's body without their permission. By forcing women to share their bodies with fetuses to keep them alive, you are actually suggesting that fetuses should have more rights than any other person in the world, and that people with uteruses should have less rights. If you want a fetus to have the same rights as other people, I hate to break it to you, but you be pro-choice.
Okay, so question. How did the baby get in there?
I was just gonna say, didn't you give the baby permission to use your body the second you had sex?
I'm so confused on how someone could think that way, man. Because that to me, that's just evil. To me, that's just an evil woman. She doesn't deserve love. She definitely doesn't deserve companionship.
JT's mad about this.
And you definitely don't deserve to have sex. You know what I mean? Like an evil person like that shouldn't feel good at all. You know, and you know, if she ever had a baby, like I feel bad for that baby. I feel real bad for that baby. I mean, think about it, dog. Be like 2.5 days old, and she's like, "You better get a job." You know what I'm saying? Like, what? It's a baby, man. Like, this is like the only thing we know about life. Everything else about life, we don't even know where this baby really came from. We just guessing. And you want to trip about it, like, and say
Well,
that
it's not even her stance as much as it's her attitude. Just the way she's grimy, dude.
I bet pregnancy sucks, dog. I bet it's terrible. I wish it upon nobody when it comes to the physical and the emotional and the just life-changing side to it. But still, bro, like, there's no need to be evil. There's no need to like be saying it the way this bitch is saying it.
It's the way she's saying it. Yeah, that's gross.
I'm wearing the pants. He's wearing the skirt. We're both gay. He's pregnant. I have 2 girlfriends. It's 2021.
Okay, this is like a really up algebra problem.
I am wearing the pants. He's wearing the skirt. We're both gay. He's pregnant.
Okay, stop.
Dude, what in the fuck?
Yeah. He's
So-
pregnant. She lost me. He's pregnant.
So Ben breaks this down for us in a perfect way. I mean, because she opened up by saying that not the girl in the white, but the other person in the back, that's a boy, and that it's pregnant, and that he's pregnant.
Okay.
And Ben is not going to put up with that shit. So he breaks it down for us. Let's go in. Let's dive in.
That's the giveaway. Person in the purple hair is a woman. He is not a he. He's a woman. How do I know? Because women are the ones who get pregnant.
Oh, man, you can't say that.
So here you have a woman who is saying that she is wearing pants, which many women do, and he, meaning she, is wearing a skirt. She is gay. The other one is also gay, so that sort of begs the question as to how the pregnancy occurred. I assume through some, well, I mean, I'm not gonna make any assumptions. Not from her, I mean, clearly. She has 2 other girlfriends, but this isn't one of them because she's designating this one a he. So she has 3 girlfriends, but one of them calls herself a man.
I understand everything now.
So if the question was how many women are in this equation, the answer is 4.
Hello, lovelies. I just want to talk about people misgendering.
We transitioned way too fast there. We went from crazy to even crazier. What in the heck is on the TV screen right now? That's nuts, bro. So Ben breaks this down for us and says that there's a total of 4 like women. Nothing about how you feel, nothing about what you're thinking, just like some facts. That there's 4 women involved in this equation. And I think it's just kind of strange to be wanting to cause the drama. That's what it is to me. It's just like make-believe drama. It's like, hey, let's put a dress on you, call you a boy, and then go videotape ourselves to cause a ruckus. That's it. They can't really, really, really be believing this shit. They really can't. That girl, she don't stand up to pee. You ain't no boy. If you can't stand up to pee, you ain't no boy. If you can't just be in the back of a Prius driving through like the outskirts of Gray, Georgia, Jones County, shout out. If you can't be in the back of a Prius with a drum kit driving through the backwoods of Georgia and pee in a bottle, then you're not a man. Or you're a man, I mean. I'm even fucking confused now. You're a fucking boy. And this thing is a girl.
None of it makes any sense to me. But
it does, dude. It confused me.
There's no way to win. It is what it is. There's no way to win. It's I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Look what's on the screen right now.
I see it. But what they said, and I'm saying they because I don't know the proper way to go about this without getting banned. So I'm just gonna say they. I don't know.
I might have said too much.
What they said was misgender me, but don't touch me. Fair enough.
That's what this thing just said.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's okay if you misgender me. Just make sure you don't put your hands on me, or you might get hurt.
Good.
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about,
bro. That's a threat. And like,
you know what? I'm with that though. Like, yeah, I won't touch you. You don't touch me. Fine. We can all be on the same page. You don't touch me. I don't touch you.
I know a lot of guys that are nasty. I'm talking like no morals at all. They wouldn't even touch that. Not at all. I'm blown away that person has that even going through the brain housing group, that I should go on here and let the world know that you better not touch me. And it's like, nobody wants to touch you. That doesn't cross anybody's mind.
Everybody's hoping you don't touch them.
Amen, bro. I would, if I walked into a 7-Eleven and that thing was I would go to a different gas station. I'm that type. And I don't mean to be rude by it. I just know that problems come with these people. Mm-hmm. They all look alike. Every single one in these little clips, they all have this weird look-alike trait.
Yeah.
And they come with problems.
Highly bizarre.
what's Jay Lynn say there?
Part of why people love the pandemic right now and why they love the mask. It gives them some sense of belonging and them thinking they're actually doing good. And the white liberal is behind all of it. The nice thing about the mask is, ugly people keeping their face covered for a change.
And I said that.
Less chance of getting a mouthful of bad breath.
Bro, I made friends with people during the mask situation, right? And they didn't see me, I didn't see them. All I saw was their eyes. And then I bumped into them after the mask kind of relieved a lot, especially in the corporate world. This was in the corporate business world where you had to wear one. It wasn't like private sector. And then I bump into them and I didn't even recognize them. I had no idea. And so I start thinking man, what about our kids? You know what I'm saying? We go somewhere and put a mask on, it freaked my kid out.
Right.
But this is normal to her. I think that maybe it freaks her out. I don't know. It's just nuts, man. It's nuts.
Well,
Curtis said that he worked with a girl who transitioned to a boy, and it was messed up trying to remember he/she in a conversation. I did too, man. I worked with a guy that I served with in the Marine Corps. Listen, this guy was an infantry sniper, a Marine infantry sniper, and I served overseas with this guy. And we came back home, and he got out. And of course, everybody stays up with everybody on Facebook. Well, all of a sudden, he starts posting pictures with a new hairdo, with some makeup, and got on some women clothes and showing off his leg. And next thing you know, he went off and got a boob job, a real boob job. He really had cleavage and tits and
nice tits.
To go put a bathing suit on. But here's the thing, man, is that look, it's all good to pick up a hobby. I can speak firsthand on going overboard. I got into houseplants. I got 200 houseplants now. That was stupid. I understand going off and having an idea that you want to maybe experience something that's a part of the dark arts. And I'm not going to hate on you for something like that. But you can't commit the way that some of these people have committed, because in this situation, I'm talking about my homeboy, he decided then he didn't want to be a girl no more. And he had to go chop his tits off. And he got a haircut, took off the makeup, but his body was still weird. His face still had this weird look to it. He ain't never going to be able to grow a beard ever again. And
they put his dick back on?
I don't fucking know, bro. But I love him the death as a Marine brother, man. But I can't support that shit. It's weird to me. Strange. It's against the rules in my value of things. You just cross it into taboo when you do shit like that. That's what that shit is to me. Just you get that look I just don't want nothing to do with it. Well, man, we got a big weekend. We have been writing some new songs, planning to shoot some videos come beginning of March. And so we are going to be promoting over the weekend our new single that's dropping on the 15th called Break It Down. So if you guys haven't yet, get over to the description in this live and click the pre-save and the premiere link on YouTube and pre-save this song and be at the premiere. I think the premiere is on the 18th, B?
February 18th. Yep, that's it. Break it down.
Cool, man. Any final words, man, before we kind of wrap this bad mamma jammer up?
Well, I see Kansas Rebel Man up on here. Shout out. What's up, brother? For those of y'all who don't know, this dude is a super cool cat. He's a good friend of ours, and we are going to have him up on the podcast with us probably next week. So if you haven't already, click the follow button on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, share the lives up, tell your friends. We're going to keep doing these things because we're having so much fun doing them with you guys. You know, we appreciate it. We appreciate Clean doing this track with us, break it down. I think the song officially comes out on February 15th. The music video is going to premiere on February 18th. And so y'all be sure to go over to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and set your reminder for the premiere. Come watch it with us. We're excited to release it for you. And then we got shows coming up early in March with Demon Jones and Dusty Lee. You can get tickets at demonjones.com/tour. Those are in Colorado and Wyoming. Then in March, we are also headed out to play with Wade Jennings in Indiana, and we're playing with Demon again in April in Kentucky. So get those notifications turned on. Follow us on Facebook. We're just going to keep doing the damn thing. And then the new EP is going to go up for pre-order in March as well. So once again, make sure Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at Long Cut Official that you're following, staying in touch, because this EP is going to be big. I did some huge shit today. Demon Jones is doing huge shit. Dusty Lee's doing huge shit. And Long Cut's doing huge shit. Curtis, you said, what kind of gold mining am I doing out here in California? All of it. Send me a DM if you ever want to buy anything. We got gold coming out our ears over here. So holler at me, dog. If you want anything, I got you, son. Y'all, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Click the like, click the subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends. New music coming. Once again, that's February 15th. The song Break It Down featuring Clean goes live. The music video live, share, tell your friends, and Spotify. Go follow us on Spotify. Long Cut on Spotify. Let's freaking go.
Break it down and get it moving. Hustle up a nut and let an up and come and do it. I'm blowing like a hurricane. I'm grooving to the music. Boosted up the numbers while I'm cruising through the newness. Long Cut. Y'all, where we know how to make our own alcohol. We say y'all. With a NASCAR race and a case of Palm Mall, y'all, where the dogs got the red clay all up in their paws, y'all, we say y'all.
We from the other side, another type of southern rise, bound to the summertime, y'all. Oversized and televised, difficult to summarize. Ain't nothing about this kid here is small, y'all. Coming through with the draw, y'all. Chattahoochee with the cutie in a chow, y'all. Booty scooty with the watermelon crawl, y'all. Super duty, super soaker, shooting chipper walls. Might be the liquor, y'all. Gives me a thicker y'all. It's the cause for the lift and all. Stuck in the sticks and lost. Hotter than a reaper sauce. Cheaping on the leaves and fall. Easy when we're speaking. So here we say, y'all.